In this video, I'm going to show you some scanner settings that I love using that consistently bring in profitable trades for me and show me exactly what it is I should be trading every single day. I think that's one of the biggest problems when you're trading stocks. There's thousands of options and sometimes it's hard to know, where do I go? What do I do? Well, I have a consistent, repeatable process that I like to follow, and I'm going to show you the scanner settings right now. Let's not waste any more time and get started. Right here on DFS, Discover Financial Services, popped up on the scanner the other day. You can see down here, I have some new ones as well that I'll show you. And basically all it did was pop outside of this Bollinger Band. By the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to trade these as well, so stick around for that. So if we go to the scanner settings here, all I've simply done, and whatever platform it is you're using, you should have scanners in there, and it's very simple to put this in. All I did was I made sure that the stock was a minimum of 100 because I wanted a stock that actually has some movement, that has some money behind it, that has some volume behind it, and has like a good pricing basically, because mainly I'm selling options on these, but you can also make a lot of money by buying the options too. And typically a stock that's over $100 has a lot of movement behind it, has a lot more volume, and you can take advantage of that. The volume I want to be under over a million. So as long as the volume's over a million, then I kind of have that volume that I'm looking for, and there's probably going to be a little bit more of a liquid stock, and that's basically it. And then I'm in Thinkorswim using this right now, but you just want to look for whatever platform you're using. You want to look for the Bollinger Band crossover, and you just want to see, okay, if something goes above the Bollinger Band, up the upper band, and then I have it at 20 lengths over it. Now you can play with this a little bit. I have it at 20, and then I was just playing with it before this video, but I typically have it here at 2. So the standard deviation is 2 when you're dealing with a Bollinger Band. So anything that went over 2 standard deviations on a simple average moving type, and these are the stocks. And you can see down here in Thinkorswim, what's really good is you can actually have your scanner set up in a watch list, so it just shows me in real time as things pop up. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you in here. These are the 3 stocks that basically fit within that criteria that hit today. Well, the other day when I was looking, DFS popped up on this. You can see here, we're well over the Bollinger Band. So it popped up on my scanner. So if we go to a 15-minute, I actually put it on a trade when it was doing this the other day. So I saw this. Obviously, this is pre-market, and we get a good push. As soon as it popped down here and it was in this area, I bought one option in another platform, another kind of swing trading platform I have. I bought one option because I saw it pop up on my scanner, and I just rode this nice movement up here. Now what I know, if you watch some of my videos on my channel, a lot of the videos, what I know is that when something gets too far out of the Bollinger Band, it usually wants to work its way back in. So I just rode one contract up until we got to about here, and it stalled out and I got out. I made a quick $180 on the day. But like I'm saying, every time, 90% of the time actually, it's factual, probability, statistics. You can look it up for the Bollinger Band. Look right here. It gets outside and wants to come back in. Right here. It gets outside and wants to come back in. It comes back in. It comes back in. It comes back in. It comes back in. It happens a lot, right? Now you do get these moments here where it kind of breaks out on this nice trade and keeps going up. This is another trade that I like to make when we have this green MOBO here and a nice push of volume, and you get that good push up. That's a good trade as well. So sometimes, it's not going to work every single time. But a lot of the times when you get especially a super overextended push outside of that Bollinger Band, I want to actually sell vertical. I want to sell calls up above it because I know that there's a high probability that it wants to work its way back in. So I sell calls up here. So what exactly did I do? You can see I'm up $200 on the trade. I'm actually down 135 today because I was up even more, but we had a bit of a push up. You can see here we were all the way down here to start the day, and then we had a push up here, but then we're starting to fall back down again. That's one of the benefits of selling these options. I can kind of just stay calm during it all because I kind of have my plan set in place. If it goes over this line here, 124.58, I have to get out. So what I like to do is I look at the stock that's coming on the way up. So right here, right? This one's making its way up. Now, if we have a really good push and I feel like the company's doing well and we get a good push, then I'll just join. So look over here on the 15. If you had just got in right at the very beginning of the day, we had a nice little pop. That's where you can buy options to actually ride that thing up. Same thing here with TMUS, right? So you're getting a nice push up on the day. You get a pop up to the top here. So you can see you get a nice push up, and then it eventually wants to come back down. So you can buy options on these really nice pushes up, sell them off. Don't be greedy. Don't be sitting around for like a crazy move, anything like that. You can see here, this one's probably not the best, right? So not every strategy is going to work every single time. This would probably be more just one that I would want to sell right off the hop and just kind of sell the options and wait to see what happens. But these are opportunities that you can take advantage of that pop up in a scanner, that are stocks that are moving, that have high volume, that are getting good pushes, and are really thrusting up. You can take advantage by buying some options. Obviously, you got to watch your risk and make sure that you're not overextending yourself. And that's why I just did one. I just did one call option the other day, made a quick 180, and then I came back over and I sell options up. And you can see what I do is I sell the 122 call and I buy the 127. You can see I sold 3 and I buy 3. That's called a vertical spread. This cost me $3.29 to sell, and this cost me $1.25 to buy. Well, the difference between the two actually provide me with a credit. So my account actually gets credited money when I put on this trade. It's pretty incredible. You can go to my channel to watch a lot more of this in depth and trying to make this a quicker video, but you can check out a ton of videos on my channel where I break this down very well in depth. And right now I'm up $200. If we go to the Analyze tab, the blue line is going to show me end expiry profit and loss. So you can see down here, as long as the stock is basically where it is right now and all the way down, I'll make $612 by March 1st. That's just next week. So literally by next week, I could make $600 on this trade. And the purple line is showing me real-time profit and loss. So you can see right now, I'm up 194 on it. As the stock continues and moves down this way, it's going to get higher and higher and higher. Now, if it comes all the way down here like it was before, I probably would have just got out. But it happened very quickly off the hop today that it came up, so I decided to kind of just leave it and see what happens. Now, next week, I'm hoping for more of a drop, more of a pull down here into kind of this area. Like we see what's happening over on the 15-minute here. If we continue back down to around this area, that'd be perfect. And I can take my 50 or 60% and get out with that. So I hope that helps you a little bit in understanding, and setting up your scanner in your platform, however it works. Or if you use Thinkorswim, then you can just copy exactly what I did right here. And that's going to bring up, here we just had another one come up, PG. PG is something that I actually made a video on this. So this one, I had sold some options because it got extended out over this way the other day. And I actually ended up losing because it popped and it came down. And I should have got out right there, but then it made this really nice push. And because it made that nice push, and I was being a little bit greedy, I guess, I kind of thought it was going to pop down a little bit more or drop a little bit more. It ended up pushing against me, and I ended up losing like, I think $150. But I noticed because of this nice big green push and this really good thrust, I was like, you know what? Let me actually buy some options. And you can see down here, I sold off one today. But I had 3 options on here and I actually made some money. So I'm up 183 on that. So I'm still waiting to see and see if this can actually get a really good push for me. But I did sell off one option today, so I made like $110 on it or something. And then I still have the other 2 to see if we can really get a good push here and maybe get some volume and kind of get some continuation on the move. So you can see there's a lot of different ways to actually make money when you're looking at this scanner setup. You can get money on the way up on the actual push when it's actually, vibrant and things are happening and there's people behind it and there's a volume and there's a push. And then you can take advantage when it gets a little too overextended and it needs to drop down and it needs to chill by selling those options. So that's what I'm all about, trying to make money in different ways and having probability on my side. If you're interested in that, you can check out more on my channel. Thanks for sticking around this long. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.